What is going on, guys? So, this is Coaster Planet here in the house, and today I want to kind of do some predictions and kind of talk about where a Mack Rides Multi Launch Coaster could possibly go at a theme park in the United States. So far, there are only one in the United States. That's including Manta at SeaWorld San Diego. But I'm planning to talk about the ones that are bigger and more intense, like this one. The ones that are more aggressive, like CopperHead Strike, Helix at Leesburg. Uh, so uh, I'll talk about in depth on where theme parks in the United States could possibly get a Mack Rides multi-launch coaster. So these are just predictions, but there's no official announcement yet on where they could possibly go to. But I'll talk about it. I'll talk about where they could possibly go because these looks like fun rides. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Kick things off, I'm gonna talk about my home park, Six Flags Magic Mountain. Now, a lot of people were talking about them getting a Mack Multi Launch Coaster for Six Flags Magic Mountain, but I just don't think it will happen because number one, they already have 20 coasters, unless they want to remove something. But I just think that they have enough launch coasters already, with Superman Escape from Krypton, West Coast Racers, and Full Throttle. They can get their fourth launch coaster if they want to, but I'm just like 50% they could get one. So, yeah. Kingdom though, uh, this is a little tough, but I think they could go with the Mack Multi Launch here. Uh, but I don't even know if Six Flags likes working with Mack rides. I mean, they could. I just never seen a Six Flags park bought a Mack rides multi-launch coaster, and we've never seen one, came in the past. So I don't even know if Six Flags is wanting to get a Mack multi-launch coaster. So I probably shouldn't really talk about Six Flags parks because I don't even think they want to buy them. But there could be a chance if they want to. You see, Six Flags Discovery Kingdom has a height limit, so I don't know if they can make it extremely tall, but possibly it could be just a modern one. I just really think that Six Flags should really get a Mack multi-launch coaster if they wanna, but I've just never seen Six Flags parks get it. So I will not even talk about Six Flags parks. Knott's Farm, uh, yeah, so like I said before, I'm most likely thinking that the Cedar Fair parks could possibly get it, not the Six Flags parks, because Six Flags never installed a Mack Multi Launch, and I don't think they ever will, unless they have plans to. But for the Cedar Fair parks, I'm most likely thinking that they could get one because they got one for Carowinds with Copperhead Strike. So I could see Knott's like 60% could get it. They just gotten Timbili this year, so I would probably say the next coaster will be around 2026, I believe, for their next coaster, or 2025. But I really think that Kings Island could possibly get one, uh, either in the volcano section, or they just have to be very creative and look for a spot to put it in. Uh, yeah, so the only Rides multi-launch coaster that has been built was uh, Copperhead Strike at Carowinds, so most likely I will leave it to the Cedar Fair parks. Uh, Before I move on, just take note that I can't really do a lot of parks because the video is getting way too long, so I can only discuss only about a few. So guys, don't feel bad, but the video can only go up to 20 minutes or so, so I'm trying to avoid that mark. So yeah, so anyway, for King's Dominion, yeah, they could most likely get one, so I'm like 70% they could get one. So yeah, so yeah, King's Dominion is a nice park, it looks like, so they could get one if they wanna. So yeah. Kings Island. Well, they could possibly get one if they want to. They can theme it after a forest in the woods. I think maybe Bigfoot or some kind of monster in the woods would probably make sense. for the theme of the Mack Multi Launch. Uh, their only launch coaster at Kings Island is actually Flight of Fear and Black Black Lot Stunt Coaster. But Black Lot Stunt Coaster is more of a family launch coaster. It's not an aggressive one. It's not intense at all. It's only meant for the families. Flight of Fear is the only one, but it's built by Premier Rides. So they could get another aggressive launch coaster if they want to. But it'll probably be later down the line. I'd say about 2027 because they just spent a lot of money for Orion. So their next coaster probably won't be until later down the line. Uh, where I could see maybe where Vortex once stood, or they can just be very creative here. So for Kings Island, I'm like 70% they could get one, because you know they they uh, they could do anything if they want, if they're willing to pay for it. So Kings Island's actually a smart move to get a coaster. So uh, they could get another launch coaster if they want to. In fact, they will have 3 launch coasters. So, but we don't know when. But I'm predicting about 2027 they could get it, unless they get a B&M dive coaster instead. Then maybe it'll be in the future. But we don't know until they announce something. So yeah, 70% for Kings Island. Next up, Cedar Point. Honestly, Cedar Point could get one if they wanna. The problem is, this year actually, or next year, they're going to be opening up a new restaurant by the beach instead where Wicked Twister once stood. So people were expecting a roller coaster, but it seems like a lot of people were very disappointed that it wasn't a coaster and it's just a new restaurant and bar. But potentially Cedar Point, the problem is they like to break records. So I don't know if they could make like the tallest and fastest Mack Multi Launch Coaster in the United States. So I'm kind of like leaning towards 40% about this because Cedar Point likes breaking records, and I don't know if they could break records using a Mack Multi Launch Coaster. Unfortunately, they're very short. I mean, they're not tall or anything. They're just like average height or something. So I don't even know if Cedar Point wants to get it because Cedar Point is actually the main thing that they like to do is break records. So I don't even know if a Mack Rides Multi Launch Coaster could make it out to Cedar Point. But a lot of people would really like to see it come, but I just don't think it could happen. So that's about it for Cedar Point. So, but that would be very cool though if Cedar Point wants to get it, but I just don't think it would. So, yeah. Okay, so basically those are the only parks I can discuss on this video because like I said, it's getting too long. But there are other parks that could possibly get one, like maybe a Valley Fair or the Six Flags parks if they want to, or maybe SeaWorld Park, maybe SeaWorld San Antonio or SeaWorld Orlando if they want to get one. So, yeah. Anyways, where do you think the next Mack Rides Multi Launch Coaster should be at a park within the United States? Post your comments below, and I would love to read them. Technically, these are really aggressive and really intense roller coasters. So these are actually a nice type of coasters. By the way, they just announced Big Bear Mountain for Dollywood, and it's not a Mack Multi Launch Coaster, which a lot of people are expecting will be a Mack Multi Launch Coaster going to Dollywood next year. But looks like it's going to be a Vekoma Multi Launch Family Coaster, and I'll post an animation of that coaster very soon. By the way, I'm going to Cedar Point next week, so I don't even know if I could cover up any coasters that are not related to Cedar Point. I mean, because I'm planning to do a coaster vlog over there, so the thing is, I just don't know if I could possibly upload it while I'm in Hotel Breakers, but I feel like I'm just gonna upload it while I'm on the way home or something. So I don't know, we'll have to wait and see how good the connection is. I mean, technically, wherever you go, the connection could be terribly bad. So I don't know. It's up to really the connection. But anyway, post your comments below where you think a Mack Multi Rides coaster could go, and I'll be glad to read them. Make sure it's within the United States, though.